Yangon is a colonial laid-out city of Myanmar. To the south of it lays the rural but organic township of Dala. Its democratic and harmonious land use structure breaks away from Yangon's grid system, hence embraces its unique town culture, hence fostering community cohesion. Yangon population is projected to double in 20 years' time. There is an urge for the government to expand Yangon for future social and economic growth. Located on the floodplain of Yangon River, brings Dala with too much flooding water and too little domestic and irrigation water. Poor sanitation facilities and waste collection services uprises health issues. Thus, 30% of Dala household is single-parent family, with limited local employment opportunities and childcare services, makes families difficult to make a stable living. With Dala's existing mature education profession, it is efficient to develop an education and high-tech industrial hub, along with the setting up of a medical town. This landscape project is to develop a sustainable urban improvement strategy with minimal intervention, considering democracy and limited capital, in light of accommodating the town expansion and economic growth. First of all, making use of the existing type of community land use in Dala. Improvements and new land use suggestions are modularized to solve the environmental issues in reducing health risks and enhance the aesthetics and cohesion of the township. Suggestions are also made for various phasing of the development in the long run. Thinking these land use modules as Lego compartments, there is a relationship between each module. Putting different compartments together gives a synergy and boosts the effect and function of these spaces, where an obvious water and road linkage could be seen among them. Each module is also given with a proximity and quantity index within the neighborhood. The relationship between modules, water, and road linkage could be a future guideline to villagers in deciding which compartments to be put adjacent with. The macro-linking strategy, placing these compartments into the content of Dala, is the linking media of the blue, green, and yellow. Along the blue linkage, ecology, social services, water management, water channel, water restoration, open green ditch public spaces, water cleansing, and retention are provided for space equity between human and other living organisms. In consideration of a self-sufficient water reserve, the water retention at village points and building underground tanks is sufficient in supporting the population with a month of drinking water reserve. The application of the modules is based on a progressive and organic methodology. Whenever the existing lot is damaged by natural disaster, degraded, or looking for upgrades, the new modules would apply and replace the existings. In reflection of the urban program and transportation linkage on the opposite bank of Dala in downtown Yangon, a brief land use zoning is conceived in the planning framework. Yet, the zoning is only limited to show the majority distribution. Equity of land use is celebrated in keeping the existing structure of Dala with a natural reserve and water gate. The current points and temples act as the center of villages and attract adjacent land use, prioritizing social services, education, and peer access. In the next 10 years, office buildings and factories started to emerge, providing local employment opportunities and a greater access of Dala through the bridge. In 20 years' time, the town will continue to expand with further maturity of commercial and industrial buildings. Dala will become the secondary economic, education, and medical hub of Yangon. Observing the plan more closely, the wetland absorbs and purifies excessive water in times. A water gate is installed controlling a year-round river flow. The existing villages will gather around ponds or temples with a mixed collection of governmental, educational, and employment spaces. The communal green acts as an ecological corridor linking the two rivers, as an iconic community space for blending in adjacent villages. Dala in modules is a hope to inspire a more down-to-earth and dynamic solution against the government-proposed mega-city plan. It defends the rural Dala from the Western planning framework and keeps its unique town culture and form, but also to accommodate the future population and economic growth.